mine on Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and she is the reason why I got into politics. So
Mm.
what happened is that so she inspired me because first I thought I want to go to law school, but I it kind of changed around a little bit, so I decided to be doing international affairs instead in political science. She inspired me because she was one out of four female Supreme Court judge in our judicial branch of government. She was a part also she was also a part in American Civil Liberty Union for women's right. So basically back then she was a lawyer herself fighting in the Supreme Court for gender equality and everything, like back then about social security and jobs and everything. And she was also the first female member in the Harvard Law Review. And whoop, whoopsie, that was the wrong side. Sorry. Okay. And what I like about her is that she also balanced family and work very, very well because when she went to Harvard Law School, what she did is that she already had her first child, and her husband and her, both of them went to Harvard Law School, but however, her husband got cancer, so he had to stay at home and do all the medication and everything. So she went to school and she worked at a firm, and she like spent time with her family as well, which I thought was amazing, balancing it and that and
Yeah.
everything. And she also had a movie based on her. It's called On the Basis of Sex, and it was very interesting because it showed the discrimination between gender, women and men back then, and see how it feels. Same thing when she was in Harvard itself. She was one of the, I think, one of the out of 8 women who was at Harvard at that time, during that time of her career, which I think was pretty amazing. However, she was facing a lot of discrimination and everything, but she fought through it, and that's why she is the one who inspired me the most.
So, all the other girls listed like a lot of characteristics, and I agree with all of them. I just thought I would kind of pick my top three characteristics and then just share why. And I kind of already wrote my explanation underneath. So I think one of like the top leadership characteristics for any leader is enthusiasm about whatever they're leading or whatever they're doing. And it's not just they have to act enthusiastic; they really have to be like sincere about it because you can't really fake it. If you fake it, you won't be giving it all of your energy. So I think just enthusiasm, being sincere, and being passionate about whatever you're doing, whatever project you're doing, or like, your school activities or like, group project, it's always really important to be really enthusiastic and really like what you're doing. And then also this positive energy will be really like contagious to other people, and they'll also start like, being more active and participating more and feeling like they're part of the team. And then the second leadership characteristic I chose was integrity. I think this one's a really understated one, but it's really important. I think any good leader has to have a good character, and integrity is one of the most important characteristics of being like a good person. Like I wrote, whether it's giving proper credit for accomplishments to your team members, or like acknowledging that you did make a mistake, or putting safety and quality first rather than just worrying about money if you're doing business or something. I think great leaders will always exhibit integrity, and I think integrity would take a leader like very far. So overall, integrity is just like if you do what's right, like it's gonna build trust and also your character. And then the last one, I think most everyone already put it, but charisma. Basically, people are more likely to follow the lead of those people they like. They're not gonna really follow anyone they don't like. And charisma is kind of being about that, like being really communicative with your other like people and members, and like being well spoken. You have to be approachable. You can't seem like you're the best, and then no one can approach you. And being friendly and kind. And the most important is basically just to show that you really care about others and what you're doing. So I think these are my top three characteristics.
Um, I joined robotics in middle school. There were only two girls on the team. And I just kind of felt an energy of, that my thoughts weren't really valuable. I was never trusted to work on the robot alone. If I were to work on it, it would be um, like one of the boys gave me like a petty task to do, or like to decorate something or things like that. I really wanted to drive the robot that we built at the competitions. I showed up to every one, but they never really gave me the opportunity. And I just didn't really feel like my thoughts or feelings were being taken into account at all. And I think looking back in hindsight, it's definitely, it was, I didn't acknowledge it as much as I think I should have, but it's made me realize that, you know, you gotta stick up for yourself and actively push for what you want to do. Like if I wanted to drive the robot, I really needed to get in everyone's face and say, I want to drive the robot, let me drive the robot. The attitude is necessary sometimes when you're a girl, and it's unfortunate because it is because you're a girl. I think
In lots of provinces in China, some lots of family or still want to have a male baby, want to have a boy, and they will give birth to lots of girl, and then once they have a boy, they will stop giving birth. And as a result, they only take care of the boys and will ignore the girls. And some families are really poor. They only give money for the boys to let him go to the school. And so the girls in the house, in the family, have to take care of all the family members. I think it's quite ridiculous. And
I think it'd be cool to do a camp where it just introduces girls and women to do different job opportunities and STEM and different things, and teach them how to be more confident in themselves.